Sorry, everybody. Finally. What up, Shoop? What up, Heather? What up, Smallwood Lot? Gagey's in here too? Oh man, what up, Gagey? Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, family. Alright, so I got a friggin' piece of wood out of my yard. Long story. But I think I'm gonna try to make a ring out of it. This is some hard, dense wood. I don't know what this is. It was a branch, and I'm like whacking at it with my axe to try to break it, and it was just like tough. How dense that is. Anyways, kind of beat it into this. I think I'm gonna try to cut a circle out of it and then make a ring out of it. Hit it on the old saw over there and just whittle. See what I can come up with. Pretty easy day. Nothing too drastic, nothing too weird, nothing too crazy. Oh, I don't know why the chat's not showing for me. First, I'm gonna like my own video. So, sorry, these are slightly experimental. Part of what I'm trying to do right now is also set up my studio. I need my I need me a Heather. Let's see. Now will the chat show as well? Who knows? No. Alright, either way, we're gonna start cutting this stuff out. We're gonna get rid of the pith first and just get used to moving this wood a little bit in general. I'll do the best I can with the chat, y'all, but I don't have my screen up, not my big one. Nikisha Gray says, hi, what's up, what's up? Smallwood Lot says, just so y'all know, my name is Pat. Dang it. What up, Pat? Welcome to the chat. That should be easy enough to remember. But I probably won't, so you can remind me again later, Pat, if you want to. I won't take offense. Try not to take offense that I'm terrible with names. This is kind of nice. Kind of nice. I don't know, I like this material. Now, I have no idea what kind of wood this is. I threw the rest of the branch in the creek, so I may never know. But, you know, kind of nice so far. Let me get all that bark off of there, though. Oh, snap. Lions. What's good, man? I don't know what I got here. There's a branch fell out of a tree on my property. big branch, and I chopped it with my axe. It's a big old dumb blunt axe, and it like that's how the axe sounded when it hit it. Got mad dents. So I was like, I should check into that. And so I brought it in here, actually put it on the circular saw and cut it. And it's probably about that big around. And half of it was all rotted and bad. And this half was not. And could be rock maple, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, I appreciate that, Pat. I appreciate that. Yeah. It might be, but it's dense. It's crazy dense. So what I want to do is drill into it and then slice a piece off of it and see if I can carve a ring. It's hard. It's a little bit intimidatingly hard, to be honest with you. Where's my drill and where's my bit? I just have both. There's one drill. Still have no idea where my forstner bit is. It's the kind of day that I'm having. The kind of day that I have, baby. This isn't that old. I got other forstner bits. They are not necessarily this size, though. That one's been used quite a bit. That'll work for the larger rings. It's a lot of material gone. Let me see if it will be better. Quick little check around the shop real quick. Make sure I'm using the bit that I absolutely have to. Alright, I'm not gonna kill no more time on it. Smells amazing, I'll tell you that much. Look at this ribboning that's happening with this. This is crazy. Like now I want to freaking put a planer on this so bad. Let's see. so good. I can't even describe it. I don't know what this wood is. I haven't smelled that before. But it is absolutely captivating smell. Mm-hmm. Des Workshop says, Calvin says, I think that might be crepe myrtle. Awesome. It could be. It would be common in this area. Take a split first and then drill a finger hole. Yeah, best to make it across the grain rather than end grain for strength. Okay. So, let's cut this piece off and see. I'm curious. Alright. As you know. Let's plug this. This little girl in right quick. Quick light. I'm just gonna cut a smidge. See it. Just so that I'll have witnesses if something goes wrong, you know what I'm saying? I might need it for court. See about right there, looks right. Look how accurate I am. Not a millimeter too much or too little. Alright. That way I get to keep the rest of that wood unbothered. I miss having that headset microphone. But I guess I'm good. Let's see what we got here. It's right here. It's like big for my finger. But for the other rings that I made the other day, that'd be good size. Let's just see how it behaves. These are all experiments right now. How's it doing that? Look at this. Let's just see how it behaves. You know what might be nice? Those might make nice earrings, right? Be less volatile than a ring. This is awfully tough. I'm legitimately trying to snap it because I want to know. Oh man, that's a lot tougher than I thought. Yeah, okay. Let's skin this smoke wagon and see what happens. I'm going to try to get rid of that though. That's the pith, if I'm not mistaken. Does it smell like bacon? No, not really. Hey TJ, what up? Coops Woodworks. What's up, Coops? BK in the building. Sergey in the building. Man, what's up, everybody in here? How long has it been drying? This thing has been outside in the yard for like I don't know, maybe a month. It fell when we were out of town for something. And I came back and drug it behind the house because, you know, I don't know what I'd be wanting to do with stuff. Man, this is nice, though. Like, I was cutting. It's pretty satisfying. Like, it kind of feels light, so you kind of expect it to split a little more than it does. I don't know. Kind of like it. So anyway, Lions, what you up to? Melon Pop. Melon Pip. My bad. So Lions, what you been up to, man? You're always doing some cool stuff over there. Thanks for joining the chat, by the way. Oh yeah. Well, I live in the woods. It makes no sense for me to go buy wood, right? This is a tree out of my yard, and Calvin, is crepe myrtle a good wood for this? It seems to be. I mean, if I'm getting it for free, you know what I'm saying? This is just something that happened to fall in my yard. Baby Kisses says I make a lot of cool stuff that takes us to work. I appreciate it. That's what's up. Speaking of taking you to work, now Calvin over there at Dad's Woodshop is working on a bunk bed set that has no screws, no fasteners. It's all joinery. It's pretty interesting over there. And that has a lot of qualities to it. It's got some ASMR to it. It's got some interesting factoids. As you can see, Calvin is a very knowledgeable guy. And he's on during the day and in the mornings on the East Coast almost every single morning, except weekends. I think some weekends. But man, definitely helps me through the traffic when I'm driving into work. Bearded Vikings, what? What up, man? Beardo. What up, Beardo? What are y'all doing over there? I love that this is coming out so smooth. Miss Heather, a great friend of the channel. Appreciate you popping in here, helping us out in the chat. Miss Heather is also over there at the world famous Dad's Workshop with my buddy Calvin, who is over there killing it right now. Hey, my buddy Lions is meeting new friends, or old friends, sounds like. After I do this, I'm definitely gonna have to cut me another piece because I'm not gonna be able to wear this ring, and I want one for myself. So I'm gonna have to do it. Anyway, this just feels kind of like good practice because there's just a lot of very simple movement here, but well, a lot of simple intention. But again, when you got tools, man, you got to use them enough that you can feel what they can and can't do. That you can tell when they are and are not sharp. And right now, that's just all I'm doing is working these little projects until I can master these small hand tools. You know what I'm saying? Do do do. He shaved last night. Now he's a beardless Viking. Ha! That's funny. I have not seen that. That is hilarious. The balded Viking. What? The baby-faced Viking. Huh? What up, James? How you doing? How you doing? Lion said making good use of that carving set. Yeah, I'm telling you. I am making use of it. Now, as I'm moving up this thing, I'm just kind of carrying no real plan. I'm just kind of working this and hoping something comes to me on what to do about the top. Maybe like some brass knuckles. No, I'm just kidding. But I like how that other hand carved one came out, and it almost gave the feeling of you know how that like metal jewelry that's been kind of pounded with the little sledge and just sort of beat into shape. That's kind of what it looks like, kind of feels like, kind of carries that same sort of idea. But I want it to be somewhat elegant as well. So when I get to some of the details, I want to be very particular about them because that's what elegance is, right? Details. Hmm. TJ says, "Line da, 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 da. Came for woodwork, stayed for the vibes." Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wes, I want to buy that carving set to work with indoors while the winter sets in Western NY. You inspired me to give it a go. Price is nice. Absolutely, man. Matt says, I love your videos. Love the good vibes, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, y'all are alright. Y'all are alright. It's okay, Mike. Wake up and go back to sleep. Wow, I've been asleep all day. Mike, that sounds like a good day, Holmes. A day that you can just sleep all day. Oh my God, that's a blessing. It's a blessing. Alright, this seems to be the fattest part of this cut. Maybe I'll just work up to that. Get rid of a little bit more of that Man, I'm glad you got that set. This set is so cheap and it just works. You know what I mean? Now, like other cheap tools, like my chisels that I got and didn't spend any money for, um, they'll stay sharp as long as you'll sharpen them. You know what I mean? But what I've learned is a strop goes a long way. I don't, I'm new to all of this, but since I've been stropping, I've maybe sharpened a third of the time now that I used to. Now I do strop pretty often, but it's a much faster, cleaner process to do that, and totally worth the effort. And that's, as far as I can tell, the only difference between the effectiveness of a lesser expensive tool, which usually means a lesser managed steel. But if you're willing to sharpen it, and you just want to get started, this is a way. This is definitely a way. Now, I don't claim expertise in this arena, so there's definitely better stuff than what I'm willing to pay for, but I'm good with this for right now. Mike says, love your Wu-Tang pennant also. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Small Woodline said, if I slept all day, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Pat said that. Here I go. You know what I'm saying? Well, Rami says, greetings and salutations, Wes. Hope all is well with you and yours. Everything is wonderful. How are you and how are yours? Thanks for coming in here and kicking it with us. We don't have a definitive shape yet. We just know we got a ring. Now, I wonder what if we put some sort of inlay in this one. You know what I mean? Maybe. It's getting thick enough too. Maybe. I don't know. Let's wait and see what the ring tells us. We might just keep going around until we got nothing but a band. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Just a band that gets heavy at the top. Yeah, all the good vibes in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, strop often, especially with dry wood, says Lions and Lion's Nose. Lot Baby K Lions, good evening, says Runic. What up, Runic? Runic, every time, y'all should go to Runic's Instagram too. Every time I go over there, it's a lot of the things that he's doing here, but it's also like reels, and you get more. I think I see stuff over there that I haven't seen over here, but it's pretty amazing. So you should definitely go check that out. Pat says I use old pocket knives for starters. I have an axe with one and one piece of glass as a scraper. That's what's up. See, I've not really done a whole lot of whittling or carving in my life, but it's so fun. And now I don't want to ever stop and get those old guys sitting on the porch. I am those old guys sitting on the porch. Mike says, "Where's Cal and Heather, our homies?" They were here a second ago. They're probably busy. They've been at it all day. They did quite a few lives today. Um, Good folks, them too. Good fun over there. Oh, there go Heather. TJ said, "Hit the button, people. Better than I deserve," said Rami. I hear you. And then there goes Cal out the spot. See, they here. Smallwood Lot says they work good, BK. Great. Yeah, if you look around on eBay, you can find the right whittling knife. Baby Kisses says, "I'm addicted." You are right. I totally am. I totally am. Runick did a helmet today. It's dope. Like, I wish I had a reason to wear a helmet just to have something cool on my head. No, I don't. Just in case, like, there's a genie listening. And we're like, okay, car accident. You'll have to wear a helmet for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Wishes always come with side consequences that nobody asked for. Why is that? Why is that? Why are like genies jerks? Why do they just fake like they're gonna help you and then trick you and ruin your life on the back end? That's awful. Maybe that's why I got trust issues. Maybe it came from those stories of genies as a youth. Oh snap! If you make a helmet, you'll have a reason to wear it. Yeah, that's what I don't want. I don't want a reason to wear a helmet now. You know, I almost bought. Technically, I bought a motorcycle once, and on the way to pick it up, my then at the time girlfriend was crying. She said I would wreck it and hurt myself. And I was like, "What are you talking about? It just is safe. You just gotta make sense and drive like you got some sense." And I promise you, I said that, and the guy on a motorcycle ran into the corner of my truck, the front driver's side corner of my truck, and spilled out in the street. Boom! He didn't even fall hard, but he got up limping. And I was like, "Oh my God." She was like, "See?" And then I couldn't explain it away after that. I just had to not have a motorcycle. I hope that story didn't bum you motorcycle enthusiasts out. You had a professional whittler help you. Sweet. Pat says I still have wood chips in my minivan that also moves the family. It is what it is. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Mike Osborne says, "By the way, thanks for introducing me to dads, Wes." Oh man, for sure. Listen, like I said, it's my favorite channel. So I'm glad that he's there. And if y'all can get to check it out, man, it's a good time. It's a good time. I wish we could have music so bad. I'll be in here with some I don't know. It feels like maybe a Marvin Gaye scenario tonight. I don't know. But my daughter's in town, and when she comes in town, uh, she's in college right now in Florida. And when she comes in town, her and her mother always go to a concert. And her mom is always at some kids' concert. And this concert is one of the kids from Stranger Things is a got a band. And so she drove up to uh to that concert from the kid from Stranger Things. I just keep going around this because I kind of just like it like this. What if I were to do something just goofy? What if I were just to start carving? Whoa. Almost got my finger clipped. Thanks to my cat-like reflexes, I was able to save the day. Mm-mm. Wu-Tang, my brothers and sisters, says Osborne. That's right. That's right. Boom, 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 boom. I was gonna go get me some coffee upstairs, but I wanted to wait until there were at least 25 likes before I did that, and then I would feel as if I had earned it, you know. But I also told myself I would not harass you guys about likes, you know. So what I've decided to do is just deprive myself of coffee, you know, till I get the appropriate amount of likes for, you know, caffeine deservability. It's the path I've chosen. It's the way of the world, the way of the West. What do you think of that look? Can you even see it? You know what I'm saying? Kind of a hammered sort of thing starting to happen. And I kind of like that. I like it. And I'm curious as to what this looks like once it's got a stain on it, you know what I'm saying? Or a silver on it. I've been looking for a hunk of lilac to make a bowl out of. Mmm. Lauren says, hey everyone, how's it going? What's going on? What's going on? Lilac is pretty green. You can carve it fast. It gets hard, says Baby Kisses. Good info. Never used lilac wood. Sounds fun, says Lions. The lilac has lots of purple streaks in it, says BK. BK says, oh, Lawrence says, Baby Kisses Mike, hey, Dad's workshop. And someone get this man a coffee. That's right, Matt Jones-Stone. Thank you. Please, please. Double tap. Somebody did it. Somebody did it. So I can go get some coffee. 25 likes. You have a drill the heart out right away. Just explaining how to deal with that. I'll take this ring up. Yay. I'm getting way too aggressive with this coffee. Hold on. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. All for the natural choice, born by all. Yeah, from the home of the Dodgers, Brooklyn school. Take care of the bees on the swarm. Rain on your college, let's go tour. You don't even touch my skin. You got a trouble with a killer bee, you ain't gonna kill that. Drop that down, pass it all around. Rivers get hard, quick, cement to the ground. Any MC in any physical state. I get psycho, kill a Norman Bates. My producer slam, flowers like bam, jump on stage and leave a dead man. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. I'm gonna lose a few of you with this one. Nighttime coffee is cold coffee. Mike says, I love this group of people here and Dads. Thank y'all. Oh, he's so nice. Yeah, man. Welcome to the cult of woodworkery. Now you're gonna have to put sawdust in your socks. Walk around with it all day. Somehow in your back. How did that happen? Did my camera go away? What happened? Did I disconnect? What went on? It's weird. My screen is completely blacked out. My screen is. Maybe if I flip it. Didn't work either. I can see it on my other screen, but I'm blacked out on my actual screen. I guess I don't need it. Contrast, let's see. Lighting. I don't know. You see me, I guess it's no problem. No problemo. All right. Here we are then. Oh, that coffee is so good. Oh, thanks for whoever number 25 was. Kudos to you. Rami says, look like some of y'all are tardy with your double tap. Go smash that like button. Yeah. The old American coffee. That's right. That's right, Leons. Look like Wes has less gray hair in his beard than I do. I got a bunch. It's quite a bit in that thing. Mike said, I probably got y'all beat with the gray hair. Listen, I don't even have hair. I got gray hair down here because that's all the hair I can grow. That and whatever comes out of my ears these days. Won't lose you with the cold coffee. That's what's up. Does lilac grow in Georgia? I don't know. I think so. I have not been like a really woods guy. Like I'm a woods guy and then I live in the woods. But I'm not like I'm not an horticulturist, and I've spent most of my career inside the home working or directly connected to it. So I don't know as much about wood. Calvin knows a ton. It surprises me every time I talk to him. Should have called his channel Woodchuckery. He could definitely be that too. This is the fattest part right here, and This is where I kind of started sending this ring around to. And I'm just going to have to make a band out of it because I don't want it to be, I want the fattest part of the ring to be at the very, very top. Otherwise, it'll look crazy. And I don't want to cut it or sand it or anything like that again. I just want to keep just with the knife, solve all the problems with the carving knife, and that way, you know what I'm saying? I've given myself a limit, so I've given myself a new way to learn. Been trying to be fairly dedicated to this one knife. I was using this with the glove the other day, and I was hitting the heck out of that glove, and it felt like it was handicapping me and teaching me bad habits. So now I'm trying to do this. Laura said, here in Mississippi, we have Osage orange, but I can't find anywhere where I'm at. Oh, yeah, that's tough. What up, Ben? Wu-Tang Carpentry, son done. You know what I mean? We mad flipping the script over here. We doing the carpentry and the beats and the verses and rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Calvin over at Dad's workshop was a musician we did not know about. And then one day he just breaks out the drumsticks and starts hitting a perfect drum roll on some Questlove action. And I'm like, what? And then I'm blown away because I can't do any of that. So I decided I'd just start freestyling every time I get a donation. I'll just bust verses uh, to whoever, gives me something. So take that, Dad's Workshop. My favorite channel. You're my favorite dad. Bonk, bonk, bonk. It's weird not seeing me, but being able to read the chat. My pinky size is 13 and ring finger is 16, brother, man. Jeez Louise. You're double digit fingers, man? Who does that? Were you born like in a freaking on top of a beanstalk? Calvin says that's just how I roll. Oh snap, baby kisses. Oh, I didn't expect that to happen so quick. I have a lot of locusts around me, along with the maple, oak, walnut, birch, and not to forget pine, says Small Wood Lot, aka Pat. So, yo, baby kisses, I wouldn't thumb wrestle him either. Baby kisses. See, I don't know how I don't even know how to start my flow off. Because I owe baby kisses a freestyle. I owe her a freestyle summary. Use my thumbery. Cut me some knives from the treetop runnery. Tried to bust a rap, but it came out crummery. Somewhat silly and somewhat dumbly. Oh man. You thought I meant freestyle whittling? I'm gonna carve your name in this ring real fast. I can't do it. All I can do is rap. Oh snap. It can have some great grain patterns around it knots, I think it's a bit bland by itself. Carving stuff from a tree, straight off a tree, man. I need some Osage orange. For real quick though. Um, Baby Kisses, thank you for the donations. I appreciate that. Any and all donations to this channel go back to this channel. And that's how I was able to buy these tools. So, muchas gracias. And then eventually, I'll get so much of it done that I can formulate my capitalist plan and then take over the woodworking Wu-Tang market and get this economy back on its feet. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, stocks come and go, but you know what's forever. Lion says, I wish I had Birch around me. No, Baby Kisses said, Lions, I wish I had Birch around me. She says, Mike, they're a hickory, but they used to make bows in white oak. Yeah, it's kind of bland, but great for shaping when green. Man, y'all know a lot about wood. I don't. Now I'm learning because of my friends. I'm just getting this tighter and tighter to this little ring because I don't want it to feel too bulky. I also don't want it to feel too dainty. But this stuff feels fairly hardy. But I don't want it to be like too... Hickory is a pain. The chainsaw car smells like great, beautiful wood. Locust is also great for BTUs. And now Dad's Workshop Calvin is in the house housing. It's in the house mouth and it's in the mouth. I can't even do it. I lost my ability to bust verses. My fault, y'all. I know it helps. I think you know it helps too. Delicious coffee. Off-camera incense. I'm back with some bars in a second. Lion says the sap in the early spring is tasty too, boiled up with water and pine needles. Now, I've heard about pine needle tea. Who's had that? Who's had that? I heard that was good, though. And I heard it was great for you. The black locust is good, not the honey locust. I got a lot of info going in this chat. I wonder if I could play music that I own the rights to. Oh, snap. Dad's Workshop sent the gift membership to Cornelius Day. Congrats, Cornelius. I am going to do some new member videos. And we're going to do some new gift giving too. As soon as I get some of these rings put together, I'm going to get some more pendants put together. And then we're going to do giveaways. Now, eventually I'm going to be selling this stuff. But I'm also going to be giving it away to my members. I've not charged a member anything for anything, ever. So, there you go. The Los Flowist. Wait. Maybe you can't rap and try to cut your finger at the same time. Maybe there's two parts of your brain trying to entertain the same thing in the same lines. you put it in craft and you try to fucking crash, you'd be on the highway in the same lines. But at the same time that you came, thought, and same mind integrated back to the grapevine. It ain't time. Gotta slow down, it's profound, but it ain't mine. It's just a thought from the same site and the same climb, same height, and I still felt the same mind that I came back with, backwards, in the nick of time. Try to meet my thumb, but I'm nicking mine. Try to move my hand, but I'm slipping on. Underground and profound, and I'm thinking I'm not the same guy that I was when I was underground. I like that ring now. Yeah. Dang it, my puff misaligned. What happened, Smoke? And welcome, Smoke, to who, if I wasn't poor man on SSD, I'd get memberships from all in this group. Oh, Mike Osborne, shoot, buddy, you can be here for the free ski, you know what I'm saying? Did I see all the YouTube update news at Dad's workshop? No, what you talking about? What you talking about? I am taking it easy tonight. I overdid it yesterday and have been feeling it all day. Oh, man. Yeah, take your time to rest, bro. Take your time to rest. I had to do that. But what I realized is that I had to learn how to set aside and deprioritize some things sometimes. Switch it up. Give the proper attention to everything. I'm gonna have to make another one of these rings my size, and I'm gonna have to get a ring sizer just to know what size rings I'm making. I can't size them off of Forstner bits, you know what I'm saying? Mike, I will give you this one random, and I can't control it at all. YouTube just announced a bunch of new stuff. What new stuff, Smoke? Gift memberships are totally random. Yeah, they are. I got a gift membership for Woodchucker, though. I wasn't even on. I was just at work, and it was like, boom, somebody hooked you up. So I'm glad and grateful for it, though. It's kind of dope. Kind of dope. I think it's a way to give you a new audience. You know what I'm saying? I almost made another spoon today. Still got a chunk of wood. I might could do it. Heather says, I think they make printable ring sizes. Brilliant. Brilliant. You see? You know what I'm saying? Only watch the minutes so you can drop me a summary of the import and stuff. Steve D. Good has plans for rings and they're free. All right. Nice. Nice. I gotta write that down for myself. All I need to know is what Heather said, though. Sizes are there. After that, I can just, you know what I'm saying, cut the middle out and be good. I'll have to have somebody want a ring, though, first, and then maybe I'll do some sort of drawing. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I could do a members giveaway. If anybody wants a ring, comment on a video and then put your size in there somehow. Because I don't get these, I can't see these after the live is over. If I can, I don't know how. So, but I see everything that's in my after the video, and I see everything that's in the shorts. So that's how I had to do it last time with the mallet giveaways. I know this looks like I'm just mucking around here, which I kind of am. But what I'm trying to do is sort of keep talking enough that I can turn over a certain portion of this to my subconscious while I think about more or less the shape I'm after rather than the individual cuts. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but it feels like that's what I'm trying to do. It's more or less getting to know the tool. I can't believe this came out of a little branch in my yard. So dope. There's Matthew. What's going on, Matthew? BK says there's two different wiring things. There's a bunch of rounds and the other there's rod with it. I was thinking about the rod things, but like if there's a printable thing, that's good for me for right now. You know what I mean? I like that. Narrow at the top, bigger at the bottom, for sure. What up, Matthew? Lawrence says you even have an alphabet ring for the initials. I've got a little love ring. It didn't work out completely, but my son likes it and he wants it. And I'm like, yay. But his finger's a little bit bigger than this, so I'm going to open it up a little bit for him. And turns out we got the same size finger, so if it'll fit over my knuckle, it'll fit over his. So, yeah. I was so surprised because this is my cool kid, you know what I mean? Like my younger boy, you know, he does not care about coolness at all, or like he's got nerves of steel, that one. My other one is cool. This kid has high fashion stuff on all the time. And he goes online and finds it. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. And I was like, what? You think so? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you want it? He was like, yeah. And then I felt like a good dad for a second. Cool dad for a second. Wonder what this is gonna look like with the boiled linseed oil on it. Really, really curious about that. Because I don't know at all what species of wood this is. At all. I'm kind of going for this hammered look, but I sort of want to keep this little rim on the outside, but then I want to soften this inside, of course, for comfort. So I might go ahead and get started on that part. As soon as I feel like the consistency of this ring here is good, and the consistency of the thickness all the way around is good, except for the top being a little bit heavier, of course. Then I might try that. But I will say I am a little bit excited about getting on that lathe, but I really want to make sure that it's right first. And I think I'm going to end up building a whole table for that thing. Because it's big and it's heavy. And I don't really want it on wheels. And everything else I've got in here is on wheels. But it's heavy, so I may need to put some sort of casters on it that I can lift up and drop down or something, just so I can move it, because that thing's got to be a couple 100 pounds. Or I'm getting weak, one of the two. Who knows? But I can tell you, I'm not in a huge rush to get on that lathe, in that I kind of like this process here a lot. I think I like the lathe too, but I think I like this part too a lot. So I think I'm going to concentrate on that for a while. But as I put the lathe together properly, make sure it's safe, and then I got to get one of those face masks and all that junk to make sure I don't knock myself out. But in the meanwhile, I'll probably be doing all that build on some members only stuff, or just off camera altogether. But this part right here, it's all you, fam. Wet coffee grounds will stain wood oils and also preserve it. Huh, never knew. It's always nice to have more than one source of zen. For sure, Smoke. That spoon I did was used grounds in mineral oil, says BK. That's what's up. I've got to get a little more familiar with your page. I haven't gone deep into it, just the stuff that's been fairly recent. But I definitely got to get over there and just kind of check out. I generally just go with what YouTube puts on my lap, but I do have to be more conscious of going to people's pages to actually get the content so that the algorithm will know I'm interested. I think you got to watch 2 videos in their entirety, and then it'll sort of automatically start feeding you stuff. Somebody reached out to me about some sponsorship stuff in my email a couple days ago. And I'm skeptical. But we shall see. You're probably trying to sell me something. Many men wisdom upon me. Wood in my eyes, but I can't see. I'm trying to be what I want to be. I'm trying to drink my coffee up. I got it from Dave that carves spoons every day, says BK. I met him on Josh's page, I guess is what she's saying. That's what Calvin and I were talking about earlier, says Smoke. Smoke. Pat says, I am at, oh my God. Pat says, I'm at 926 subscribers right now and still proceeding. Hey, Pat, check this out. Let's make you a moderator, right? And then that way you can post your uh, your channel in the chat, and anybody who wants to go see it can go check you out. You're almost there. Post up, post up, post up. Y'all go see Pat's channel. Let me see if let me even see if I am. You know what I'm saying? Let me go see if I am. Boom. I was not. All right. Subscribed. Anybody else wants to take the time to do that, that's how fast you can do it and be right back here. And you help out a friend of the channel. It's just as easy as hitting that like button. BK, you are a moderator, that's for sure. Well, BK, can you post Pat's link, Smallwood Lot, if you know how to do that? Because you seem to know how to do that. You are like a veteran in the chat community, and I'm kind of a noob. So if you would, if you would. Oh, this is going fantastic. So let me ask y'all, when y'all do the coffee staining, right? What exactly are y'all doing? Like, are y'all making coffee and then like soaking the wood? Are you using the coffee and like dip a brush in it? What are you doing? What are you doing? Smoke says sweet. Well, thank you for being part of our woodworking community. Now just you meet up with another member and we shake sawdust in your eyes and you're in. Use oil grinds generally. Okay. And throw it in the oil. Okay. Wes needs that reverb. Oh yeah. I need that reverb. What I need is like a what do you call that thing Roger Troutman had? Well, he would tell you, and everything he would say would sound like he was playing Gordon. Talk box. Yeah, that. That's what I need. I need a talk box. But brew it super strong and let it evaporate to concentrate. And then mix it with apple cider vinegar and steel wool and poker weed. Oh, that's your formula for what you're making for the bed over there, Calvin. That's your own original formula, right? This ain't something you're gonna find on Google. I think a Chinook just landed outside. What's a Chinook? You setting me up for a joke? What's a Chinook do? A Chinook is your face. I'm gonna run out crying. Two-blade Healy. A really loud helicopter. Oh, okay. But your face as well. Exactly. That's funny. See, people be y'all be knowing stuff I don't be knowing. I don't even know where you get that info. Like, how did y'all all know what he was talking about? Military people? Is that a military thing? Cause that I am definitely not. All right, now that's. I need to just mark this right here. I'm gonna just mark a little dot so I know that that's the tip epitome center. That is part of this thing, so that when I'm sideways like this, I can aim that way properly. I can't believe everybody knew that. Pat says for me, it was growing up outside the military bases. Calvin says my friend's uncle was killed in a freak Chinook accident when the blades collided. Holy smoke. Whew. Man. Sorry for that, for him. Good God Almighty. Grew up in the DC area. True that. True that. I grew up away from the DC area. All right, then back to the center. That's the center. That's the top. Now this might be good enough, but I'm thinking that something like this might look good if it had like a thinner. I don't think I want something that thick, right? But rings, a couple more rings on the outside of that. So I may cut off some of this and then sandwich it in some walnut and then shave off the outside edges of the walnut and do a ring a little thicker than that. But that way, that might be nice. That might be nice. But let's see what this is going to look like with the stuff on it, because it's just going to keep getting dirty as long as I keep touching it, and then it's going to make me want to cut that off, and then I'll flip it around and see even more stuff. It's a slow experiment to the eventual lunatic that I'll show you that I am. And I'm always just one finger jab away from exposing. All right, this is sort of a ring. Let's clean up the inside of it. We're not savages. It seems to be a quick and easy way to do that. clean up that inside a little bit too. I'm a little too light-handed with this thing. Silence. I still can't get over these shavings. That's crazy. Okay. So let's clean it up. Coffee. A little sip of the coffee. My shop is a huge mess. My shop is a huge mess. Okay. We're going to take a little bit of the old alcohol. Where's that? I don't know if this is advised or not, but I'll use alcohol, right? And spray this stuff. Just because I had it down here one day instead of water. And it worked great. For almost anything I need water to do, except it dries way faster. As BK Mike, she told me to stand up in my shop. Chainsaws overhead. Ugh. That would have been nasty. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, so now let's try to get some nice polish on this. And this is pretty much all I've used since I used mineral oil once. I didn't like it as much as this. I did not. Smoke says I use alcohol for a lot of things I'm not supposed to. I don't use it for much I'm not supposed to. Not me. But you know. Come on, burled linseed oil. Let's get it. I kicked some of this over in my shop the other day, put rags on it, and then I had to wait for them to dry. Put them in the fireplace because if they combust. Okay. This is interesting. It's kind of pinkish. And it's got some yellow streaking in it. And the inside is so pretty because it's smooth. I don't know if you can see it. The inside seems a little bit nicer because you can see the color because the texture isn't hiding any of it. I don't know if you can see that as well as I can. Like this part right here on the inside is crazy. But anyway, this is not like anything else I've got in here. So, excuse my ugly fingers. But, for instance, here's the basswood spoon, right? I don't know if the camera is focused on this very well. I have no idea what kind of wood this is. Like zero. I'm not sure it isn't anything other than it's got to be native to my backyard. I'm in Georgia, but I'm not sure. I'm certainly not certain. Um, Here's more of it. Where's it at? Smoke says, I'm from Florida. Beach is shandier. Ever tried playing the spoons as a percussion instrument? Maybe Calvin at Dad's workshop, because he is a percussion instrument something. A player? Is that what? I don't know if I should call him a player. But he plays percussions and he plays several instruments, I think. I think he's sort of like Prince over there. Pretty much him and Prince are the same guy. What did the bark look like in the leaves of the tree? The bark was let me show you. Let me show you. Here's the bark. Here's a piece that I split off of this very piece. This new mallet I'm making is heavy. Not sure I can swing it, says Mike. What are you making it out of, Mike? Yep, that's what it is. That's what it was. This is dense. It's a tough wood. You can kind of tell it. But this is light, but you know, it's a little ring, but it's light. But it's nice to me. I like this look. Might be a maple branch. Could possibly be. Could very much be that. I'm gonna set this over here. Because I believe this is maple as well, right? So it's possible. Possible that piece is maple. So you might be right, Pat. Would maple smell sweet? I don't know. You know what? Like somebody said bacon. I could see how somebody could say this smells like bacon vaguely. I could see that. So, whatever smells like bacon, maybe that's what this is. We may have solved this mystery, gang. The Baron says that wood medallion is tough. I appreciate it. Don't recognize that bark, but looks very make-like inside. Oak Beach and Southern Pine, says Smoke. The Baron says that Wolf-Tang medallion is tough. Thank you. The bark looks like lilac, Wes. I'll take it. It's sliced nicely. I enjoy this lilac that you speak of. I'm gonna find that other Forsner bit so that I can make a ring that I can freaking wear. So I gotta bear with me for 2 seconds while I look around my shop, kick some stuff, and demand my respect. Need another bit. Maybe I should just get like one of those bits that you can step up the sizes and go from one size to the next size up. You know what I'm saying? can't wear. Sucks. I need to make sure that I didn't put it somewhere I shouldn't have. You know, you feel better once you look at all the places you know you should have looked before you give up. Before you give up. You know what I may be able to use is paddle bits. I'll just have to use the size a little smaller. You know what I mean? That's a little bigger than my finger too. So's that. Yeah, maybe a paddle bit. Or maybe this Forstner bit that's been sitting on my desk this entire time. Crazy. Crazy. The entire is right here next to the coffee. Tripping. But yo, that last sip of coffee, right? Where the little sugar and the cream, where is at the very, very bottom? Heavenly. Heavenly. All right. I'm going to cut me another ring. I'm going to watch it and like it. All right. And then we'll cut some slices off of this and try to make a pair of earrings out of that. One ring, 2 earrings. And where do we do that? Over here. Mind you, I don't have a screen, so I have to take whatever view I can muster. I'm trying. All right. It's a pretty good lineup. Pretty good thickness. Let's give it a little more. No, that's too much. That'd be good. There's one. That's interesting. Now there's a split right down the middle of that. I don't think it's gonna hold together. I was right. But I'm not mad at those 2 pieces either. I'm gonna do this a couple more times and see if I can get a couple earring size slices out of that. this for any of you. I'm a trained Kung Fu stunt double. This one's not bad. Gotta cut those blade marks off because just need two. Woo. Gotta be fast. Some hard wood. Let's see what we do here. We got two of these. We got two of these. And we got a chunk of debris. Look at that. Look how shiny that is, though. That shows you kind of how hard and dense that is. It's crazy. Let's get over here. Thank God I have Michael J. White here to run that saw for me while I was off at the bathroom. Did anything happen? Split it down the grain with a chisel. Okay. Where is it at? Let's get a chisel over here, because I like that idea. What up, Lions? I didn't even know you were in here. Thanks for showing up to my impending doom. Pretty. That's pretty nice, my friend. I wonder what happens if we slice this way. That's pretty nice too. Man, that is dense. And pretty nice to slice. My goodness. Baby Kisses says, good idea. That's how I hit my thumb with the brush saw. Kick back, cutting out a knot. Well, I'm glad that security was able to jump in and save me just in time. I'm really interested in this. Let's see what happens as we get closer to this. I feel like there's something that could come out of this that could be pretty. I don't know what yet, but I feel like something could come out of this that could be pretty. Man, I'm so lucky to have like educated people in the chat. It's crazy. Take a larger slab with the chisel and make a ring. Exactly. One of my favorite pastimes is watching lions annihilate trolls in his lives. Oh, yeah, he's pretty good at that. I dropped off but came back to see the results. He came back to see if I still had fingers. Yeah. Well, the results of the ring, where the frick is the ring? Oh, there you go. The ring turned out pretty good, I think. Bigger than what I can wear, but I was remedying that as well today. You know what I'm saying? But I think what I'm going to do as I throw the rest on the floor. I was able to drill out another ring that I can fit. So I'm going to carve that too. Boom. And then I got to do something with this. This is so nice. I don't even know. Like, I chunked that piece of wood into the woods. And tomorrow, I'm going to buy a chainsaw and go get some of that stuff. What up, Carnage? How you doing? How you doing? So, yeah, I think that's worth it. Like, I got a chainsaw, but it's got a it's got a cord, electric. So now I need to buy a chainsaw. Now, Dad's Workshop, Calvin, did a whole video on chainsaws, and he bought a couple of them to kind of show us what's what. So I'm gonna probably give him a shout, see what his recommendations are out there in the wild. But I think I'm gonna just try to carve this thing into something because it seems to be willing to hold up. I think it could be something. That's an interesting way to split. Hmm. Hmm. I think I am gonna split this in half and maybe make a pair of pendants or a pair of earrings. Don't know which. And I got an interesting little crack right there. But I think I like it. Then I think I'm gonna just start carving. Make a nice Easter Island head out of that square. Oh yeah, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Let me just aim for some symmetry first. And then I don't even know what this wood carves like in real life. Just kind of messing around with it. Now that's too heavy by itself to be an earring. Could be a pendant of some sort. Hmm. Let's start shaping it and see. It's going to turn into something. Still not certain of what kind of wood this is. It may be time to hit the strap. It may be time. Hit the old strapperoo. Sometimes I've got the green available, sometimes the white. They both seem fairly effective for me, and I haven't really had a humongous notable difference between the two. So I'm gonna just hit it with this white. Now, how in the world? Oh, I thought I lost it again. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, it did. Worked like gangbusters. What am I carving? I don't know. Sometimes it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Brother says my dad was a wood carver and he made cowboys. People would ask him, Jack, what does it take to carve? His answer was, a real sharp knife and a lot of band-aids. I like your dad. I screenshotted the bark, found my husband in the basement and showed him the bark, says BK. And now they have super glue and band-aids. Hilarious. You keep your husband in the basement, says Smoke. That's hilarious. I think what did somebody did he find out what kind of wood I got over here, BK? Cause your husband's a tree guy, right? Man, I miss that coffee. I need to find a direction real soon with this carving. Guess right now I just need to get to this split and see how bad it is, if it's gonna be critical or not. I might be getting some ideas. I don't know if I'm going to execute it on this particular piece, but I might be getting some ideas right now. Let's see if we can open that split up. It's pretty hard. pretty hard. Doesn't seem like it's gonna go anywhere. We might be all right. I think I need to take a look and get a idea of the next thing I want to carve. I think I want to do like a MF Doom, right? That would be cool. I think I want to do an MF Doom. But first I want to see if I've got bookmark pieces of this too. Split earlier. See if I can do anything with it. These are kind of bookmarks, but I got a little drill hole behind one of them. Maybe I can sand it out. Let's see. We'll start with a hard grit, see if it'll chop it up or not. First, let me get the good wood out from the trash wood. This I'm keeping, this I'm keeping, this I'm keeping. These two I'm keeping, as well as this and this. They are not bookmarked, but I can get all the rest of this out of the way. Carter says, I hate to be a bug because my mom is on to something. YouTube has been doing that the last couple of days. I got kicked out, but I'm back. Oh, that sucks, Lawrence, but I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you making your way back to you, baby. Aging myself, dating myself. Try it this way. See if we can sand that little bit out. If we can't, we're just gonna have to make something interesting out of it. You know what I'm saying? This is an incredibly smooth, shiny, dense wood. It's really weirdly impressing me. Smoke says, I think Carnage is asking about a mallet. Yeah, that second address you gave me, I'm going to send it to that. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I made Carnages, and then it came back to me. There was something going on with the address. Malachi could have had it 4 months ago if I gave the right address. Yeah. Whew, man, I was way behind on the chat. No worries, man. I just have to get back out there and do it again. Let's see. So I'm not sure if came back because of the address or what. I know there was two different addresses. Lawrence, I carved a few avocados, but I know they shrink. But mine cracked really bad. Really. Tone for my cup of bedtime coffee, cold and bitter. I like the cold. I don't like the bitter part. I don't like. Yeah, I like bitter with something offset. Is that a 1 or a letter I or a letter L at the very beginning? Like, is that 19Y4R9 or is that L9Y? Or is it an I? I like my coffee strong enough to start my truck. I know that's right, Pat. I shipped a mallet today and it almost died when they told me the price. Oh, it's an L. Gotcha. She said, I'm worried, honey, it's between you two. Yeah, me and Carnage already did that dance the last time, DK. Nobody's gonna go bother Carnage. Definitely not. Ghost says, nice woo. I appreciate it, Ghost. Thank you much. I made this too. It's gonna be in the shop. As soon as I figure out what I want to price this stuff at, I'll put it all up for sale. And what we'll do is like a members only auction. And the members can buy this stuff if they want it. Lawrence says, my dad always wanted his coffee where the spoon would stand up in it. That's funny. Your dad sounds like my mother. My mom needed her coffee super strong. Now, these two are very close. So these can be earrings, I guess. I'll be doing another live tomorrow for 73 knives, says Carmen. Holy moly, that's a lot of knives. My wife wants to cut the coffee allowance to 1/16 of what it is, and she calls it paint remover. That's funny. Y'all are some real coffee heads, man. Y'all are my type of people over here right now. Like, I have found my tribe. Sheesh. West does it in the coffee heads. We could start a band. Carnage, I just posted Ghost. He's a knife guy, too, looks like. Carnage says, I know I have an addiction tonight to knives. My name is Carnage. I'm a knifeaholic. Call it what you wanna call it. Carnage is a knifeaholic. We can all just get it started. Ain't gotta put no extras on it. Call it what you wanna call it. Carnage is a knifeaholic. Boring Guy DIY Stiff is in the building. Steve, I always say it wrong. But yeah, this guy's awesome. What tribe is that? The Faker Wise tribe who wander around lost saying, we're the Fakeoe. I don't know what. I have no idea what that meant. But yeah, okay. That could be what we are. You calling us fake? Are you calling us fake? My brother, do you have any day or track tricks or tips? I'm here for you, brother. Farquee. Chris, how you doing? Welcome. I don't know what you walked into, buddy. I can't promise. So I can give you tips and tricks too. Tricks. Hey man, listen. I've been enjoying your channel as is. And I'm getting tons of tips and tricks. And then when you're over here, Carnage is giving us some good sharpening advice. So thank you. Wes, we're trying not to cuss with this joke. Oh, dang it. See, this is what it feels like being like a general manager or a boss at a job, right? Because everybody else has got time to be in on a joke, and you're in the computer at the shop, and you're like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And they're like, "Oh, you'd have to be there. You have to explain it to you." But I'm glad y'all are having a good time in the break room. I am having a good time because I am the only one that's doing this. Yay! But I think these are coming along. It's kind of organic. You know what I'm saying? But I got to figure out a way for them to look better because I don't think they particularly look good right now. But what could I cut? Could I cut like a little pattern? Would that ruin them if I open them up right there? Or if I did like a fan? I'm kind of thinking just making it like a little fan out. You know what I mean? Like boom and boom. I don't know. Earrings with these two, since I happen to have a bookmark, book match, book end pair. I don't know how you say that. Yeah, my mallet would just be a small landscaping brick. I got you, Smoke. Are you sure about that being the only one working right now? I am lost in this joke. Earrings is a great idea. Let me ask you a question. Baby Kisses is the might be the only female in here right now. BK, what do you think of if I like cut out like boom and boom, right? And sort of a fan sort of shape, right? Just kind of going with the wood grain. What of that? Does that make sense? Is that cool? I don't know. I don't trust these guys to give me the right advice. Okay. Yes, 100. What am I? Chop suey? Flossie, I didn't even know you were in here. I'm so sorry. Flossie, let's get another vote in on this thing. Yes to the fan idea, sorta. You're definitely not chop suey. You are. You are the greatest, the best Flossie I know. In you. Hope you got the address right so I can wooden mallet. Got you, Carnage. I got you. I think we just left off parts of it, man. I think the two addresses you've given me come together to make one. Even though my vote is null, fan all the way, says Boring Guy DIY. Flossie, what do you think? Arrow shaped with a rounded off edges. Chris B71. Arrow shaped. It sounds like a dude's earring and just like one. You know what I mean? This stuff cuts so nice, man. Look at it. Flossie says Wu-Tang earrings. Oh, that's a fantastic idea. This bug is gonna die right here. Sorry. Well, not sorry. Good job on reincarnation. Oh, so good. I do like the Wu-Tang earrings idea though. I gotta print some out. And some MF Doom. Oh yeah. My wife would totally rock some Wu-Tang earrings. This is going against the grain, so this is not gonna be as easy as I was acting like it was gonna be. See what I'm saying? We could just kind of do a semi-organic fan-like shape, but not necessarily something that looks like a fan, you know what I'm saying? Just something choppy that sort of goes with the wood grain and the texture, accentuates that. I think the closer I get to this pith that I'm sort of using as a central, might not be a good idea. But if I screw down into it, it might be okay. I'm going to do it sort of semi-organic, like a seashell, sort of. Sort of. What do you think? I think that's okay. It just flew right in my coffee cup. I'm so glad that I knew better. Drank up all my coffee just in the nick of time. Since these are earrings, I don't want it to have a hammered look to it at all. Making sure I wasn't cutting my skin. Wait. Hold on. Let me see. I really didn't cost him much with Carnage. It's fine. I've just got to reship it. The thing came back because the address just wasn't accurate. But they literally uh, copied it off the email you sent. So, and then the new address that you sent me was different. So I don't know. Maybe it just went the wrong place and came back. But if the address that I now have is the right one, don't worry about it. You'll get it. Seemed like it wasn't going to take long. But that money is already spent, bud, so don't worry about it. When I get there, I'm guessing they're just going to apply that to it. Send it on out. If not, I will take care of it. Wu-Tang is like your necklace. Doesn't it cost more when it gets shipped back? I don't think so. I have no idea. I have never had anything come back. Um, but either way, don't worry. I'm independently, secretly uh, Batman. So at night I go out and fight crime, and the mayor shoots me some under the table bread for it. So don't worry about the expenses. You know what I'm saying? Got connections. So now I'm just gonna use this knife to round all of this stuff off. Just like I'm gonna drive on tape, Ghost by Night. I hear you, man. Underground, in a city that needs a guy to show them how to sharpen their knives. Here comes Carnage, the bladesmith. And then they show somebody like trying to butter their toast and they can't get through it. And then Carnage is like, somebody call me. Grabs her knife, runs it across her strap, throws it across the table. It sticks in the table, and then the table splits in half. Carnage, the bladesmith. Saturdays at 11. We need an animator to follow up on our Carnage video. We just do voiceovers to other people's YouTube channels. We used to watch Mystery Science Theater 3000. Did anybody do that? I don't hate these. I hate this little hole that I got in there. I don't know if I can even do anything about it though. Maybe I could drill it out and then make it like part of a design, but then maybe it will also destroy the structural integrity of the earring. I don't know. But I can't just leave a stupid hole right there, right? Like, you can't play that off. So I gotta make a choice. Yeah, I gotta make a choice. That, nah, it's too aggressive. Gotta get that out of there. What knives do that? But I gotta make a plan though. I think that's just what I gotta do. how can I do it and what carving tool is appropriate for such a thing. Could just use my, let's see. I got this. All right, Smoke, take it easy, take it easy. See you later, Pat. Take it easy as well. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate you hanging out. Maybe I should just go all the way through that. I don't know. Maybe some time for some stropping for this little knife too. So I think this makes a little bit of sense now. Not going for perfect symmetry now. I'm just going for similar. You know what I mean? Or should I do this side? Yeah, this side. And then one side will have that cut out in it. One side won't. Maybe I'll put some epoxy or something in there. I don't know. But I'm going to continue to cut into that little triangle until I've got something that looks intentional. And the wider I seem to get this, get this opening, excuse me, the better the walls of the cut. So that's kind of working out. This might be like a milder version of the bamboo earring look, you know what I'm saying? From back in the days. Make a stop cut on the bottom when we're carving towards. Yep, they need it especially for hardwoods. Teardrop and a teardrop is a cool idea. Agree. Thank you. Sorry, you guys. I'll slide off the camera on accident from time to time. I'll pan back a little bit so that doesn't happen as much. Just remember, I still can't see the screen. I can only see the chats. You're right. Let's get some more stropping done. You're right, BK. Chris B says stropping is almost a lost art. That was my favorite shade. I agree. Stropping is a newfound art for me. I've not had a use for it until I started carving and woodworking. Now I can't live without it. feel like, how did I ever? Did you have one now, sir? Oh, appreciate it, Chris. I do, I do. Welcome to the channel. Oh my gosh. What's crazy is you don't really, like, I expect it to go back to normal when I strop. I'm always impressed when I come back from stropping. Like, I'm always like, oh, that's so much better. This is some nice dense wood. And what I'm trying to do is to get less dependent on the sandpaper. I know to some degree it doesn't matter, just the finish is what counts, but the closer I think I can get to a good finish with a knife, I think the better. And then use the sandpaper as a light finisher, but not be as reliant on it as an eraser, you know what I mean? And I think I can get sharper work too if I'm a little bit more reliant on the knife. Let me see what time it is. Okay. Lauren says I have blue, white, and red. I use a leather strap for leather knives and my wood carving knives and trying to learn. Right on. I just have a white and a green. Saint says precision. I appreciate it, Saint. Thank you. How you doing? An effort at precision, at least. Trying to relieve my dependency on sandpaper. So I wore my my violin medallion yesterday, and 3 people stopped me, said something about it, which was nice. kind of let me know I was on the right track. Somewhat. Let's see. Okay. Also trying to figure out how to use this thing a little bit better. New knife for me. But it seems like there's a bunch of ways it can be useful. This being one of them. Just kind of pivoting out of that center and then pressing my way over like that. That was not bad. It wouldn't be a bad scenario to put some epoxy in and then build some sort of fake stone or something. I don't know. Doing relief carving. I have a sharpening stone, a rough on one side, smooth on the other. Then I have a white Arkansas and gray Arkansas stone. The craftsman, good work, says Griff. Thank you, Griff. Appreciate you. Well, craftsman in the making. A maker in the making. So I'm going to do that side. Start working that in. Once I'm relatively satisfied with this. I don't know what I want to do, how far I want to go with that. I don't know. I am going to take a quick second to go get me some agua. And I will be right back. And I just found out I was gifted a channel membership to Elegant Woodcraft. Pretty dope. Love it. I love it. So I'm going to take a quick second, run upstairs, I'm going to get some water. That's cool. Then I'll be right back. Have to check out West videos, says BK. Thank you. I'll be back with some ice cold agua. And we'll get back to some of this carving. We already made this ring. I love it. We're going to make another one. Gonna love it too. What happened? We blacked out all of a sudden? Weird. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I'm gonna stop and then come back.